welcome to my channel. I am the Bloody Baroness, and this is Eerie Echoes. I was only 7 years old when I had my first paranormal experience. My mother always told us my grandmother's house was haunted, but we never believed her. She said when she was younger she would go into a bathroom and see a little girl leaning over the bed and crying. When my mother would ask her if she was okay, the little girl would turn around and with her head down and walk out the door. My grandmother never believed her, and it wasn't until recent years that my grandma admitted that she as well seen the little girl and others in the house. My story begins when I was just 7 years old. I was playing with one of my favorite dolls that my grandma had. It wasn't just a flimsy old doll. It was an old antique porcelain doll. She had medium length curly blonde hair, a long white gown looking dress, and a pink headband bow in her hair. She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my short little life. Every time I was at my grandma's, I would run and grab the doll that I would call Sussy and run around the house and play with her. I would always hear my grandma yell behind me, "Be careful, Sussy." I always thought I just didn't hear the words in between, "be careful" and "Sussy." And she was telling me to be careful with Sussy. But now I know there was no with. She was telling Sussy to be careful with me. On the particular day that terrified me half to death, it was quite stormy outside, and I knew I'd have to play inside with Sussy today. I climbed down what I felt like the longest stairs ever to my grandma's basement where she decided to put Sussy before I got there. As I reached the bottom of the stairs, I seen Sussy sitting in the chair by the fireplace. "Hi, Sussy. It's very stormy outside, so we can't go and play on the swings today. What should we do?" As I finished my sentence and grabbed Sussy off the chair, I heard a noise come from the playroom. "Good idea, Sussy. We can play house in there." I held on to her and ran into the playroom, closing the door and turning the light on behind me. I spent only a few minutes playing house with Sussy when the lights began to flicker. "Wow, Sussy, what do you think that was?" As soon as I finished my sentence, the lights shut off completely, and I heard a little, "It was me." Sussy was the only one with me in the room, so I knew it had to be her. I dropped her on the ground and ran straight towards the nearest closet. I ran into the closet and slammed the door behind me. I reached up and turned the closet light on. I was relieved to be in there, safe from what was out there. I slowly moved to sit down on the ground and wait until I could leave safely when I heard a small laugh from behind me. Scared half to death, I slowly turned around, just in time for Sussy to jump at me.